Okay, now. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something very excited about today's interview. We are with us, Steven Wardell, all the way from UK. And as you know, everybody, that we are working on a lot of discussions and series and interviews. And it's one of the it's kind of a good interview. You will learn a lot of things out of these series of interviews. As you people know that we have a lot of Urdu as well as English interviews and discussions for you. So, Mr. Steven, how are you doing?
I'm very well, Mosin. How are you?
Well, I'm doing really great. Thank you so very much for joining us all the way from UK.
My pleasure, sir. My pleasure.
So, first of all, I will give you congratulations as your team really won the T20 World Cup, you know?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's very exciting. And I also have to extend those congratulations to the Pakistani team because they put up a really, really good game.
Oh, yeah. I think, Mr. Steven, we played very well, but the luck was not with us. So that's why we weren't able to win that World Cup. We always collapse in the finals, you know.
I think some of the times I think that you were just a little bit unlucky on some of the fielding. There was some butterfingers, shall we say?
Yeah. Mr. Shaheen, one of our good bowlers, he was injured at that time. That's why we were unable to complete that. So
yeah, that was that did, you know, that did have an impact on the game. You know, we capitalised on that, so sorry about that.
Oh yeah, never mind. So, Mr. Steven, for our viewers here in Pakistan, I really want to know about them. What are you doing there? You are a corporate trainer. You are training, as I was confirming from your profile, that you are a trainer as well, like me. So please tell us about yourself something.
Okay, I train in all things quality. I train the Quality Toolbox. I also train Lean, Six Sigma, agile ways of working, and continuous improvement, business improvement, and all those good things to protect the business and protect supply chain and to protect customers alike.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So Lean Six Sigma is right now very much popular all over the world. So I am also doing the trainings here in Pakistan regarding the Lean and also the Six Sigmas.
Yes. It's I think it's the way forward, and I think the more that we promote it and the more that we can demonstrate the benefits of of embedding it within a business and within processes, not just manufacturing processes. Those cost benefits can be, felt across the business and the wider business, throughout the supply chain, and then the customer to the end user. More and more people are now embracing it, whereas before it was the unknown, and people sometimes can resist that change, as you know.
People always resist that change, and I know that is very well. But the industries in UK or the Europe, they are totally automated. But here in Pakistan, we are not that much automated. People are really afraid of changes. Like I was studying somewhere, the now European countries are going on Industry 5 rather than Industry 4.
Yes, I think that is it, and I think a lot of it is the understanding of people, and I think that across the world, because we all felt the pandemic affected us all very deeply, and I think that it's brought home that human element where processes do run a business, but those people, they're the money makers. The processes don't make the money.
Oh, yeah.
Processes.
Yeah, I can understand. So, Mr. Steven, just come on the point. Tell us something about the youth. How you are taking the millennials? Like there is baby boomers, there are Z generation, there is all these generations are there. So, what you will tell us about the millennials? like the greatest resignation year as we have seen this year. So what do you say, and what do you advise the coming generation?
I always advise the coming generation when I talk to graduates, apprentices. Before you can learn, you've got to be able to listen.
Oh, that's
and take that advice. Don't always be quick. It's not about the quickest. It's not about the sprint. So when I talk about the sprint, it's not about chasing that dollar or that pound or that rupee. It's all about, what am I looking at doing tomorrow? How can I improve that tomorrow? Because if we don't improve it today, tomorrow may not arrive for us.
Oh yeah, but this is an age of information technology, as you know. The baby boomers or the generation Z, they believe on this thing that we will manage ourselves. But nowadays they have, on a single click, they can Google anything. They can take the information from anywhere. So what they believe, they do have a lot of luxuries on the jobs. They do have, they do want to study less. They do want more luxuries out of their lives.
Yeah, but I think the other thing is as well, and I find this a lot with Six Sigma, where people, they'll go and they'll do they'll get the qualification, whether that's their yellow belt, the green belt, the black belt, but without that hands-on, without that practical. In theory, everything's perfect. We look at cricket teams and we say, right, with this cricket team or this football team, soccer team, we can win anything. But that's not the practicality of, when those players are out there playing. And that's the same within business. It's okay saying that on paper it's easy. Everything's easy on.
So what I'm getting out of you, that they just read from the books, but they don't have any practical knowledge. What's happening in the industry, how they can improve the industrial revolution. They don't know anything what's happening in the industry. They just know they're the bookworms, simply.
Yeah, they're the people, like we call them desk jockeys. They're the people that want to sit behind the desks and they don't really want to get their hands on the tools, if you like.
But what I believe, Mr. Steven, what I believe that teachers are also from the same mindset. What I believe that teachers also, they don't have a previous knowledge of the industrial knowledge. They don't have the industrial knowledge. So how they will teach the students? Well, if a teacher is teaching since last 10 years and he never have been to the industry, how he can teach Lean Six Sigma, Sigma, Green Belt, Black Belt, how he can teach. I have met a lot of people who have never been to industry and they are teaching Six Sigmas. What you will say about this?
I would probably share your thoughts on this, to be honest. I don't think they should be teaching it. I think, it's kind of like it's okay. It's okay to have the qualification, but have you got the experience? And and I say that quite a lot. And even to the point that sometimes when I look at recruiting people to build teams within a business, I will always look for experience rather than qualifications.
Just like Elon Musk is doing. Elon Musk is saying that I don't believe on the degrees.
Sometimes no, because I know that. So, for instance, I did a business management degree, and my business management degree took me 4 years. But now people are doing degrees the business and management degrees are called now, and they're 2 years.
Oh yeah, yes. So you have a 4 years degree, and they're
do you know what
2 years? Yeah,
and they're it's a little bit like a lot of condensing of the training now, where they're kind of like saying, right, okay, then so this training should be 2 weeks, but we'll condense it into 3 days.
So what I felt from your talk that the institutions should improve themselves as well. The students should improve themselves. The teachers should have a change, and they should have to improve themselves.
Yes, and they should almost self-audit. So at the end of the day, like where some places have mystery shoppers or mystery guests, they'll go and sit in a restaurant. There's great chefs like Gordon Ramsay will have people that he'll send to his restaurants to check, how the team is performing there, what the customer experience is like. And I think that should be done. That should be the same within training. I think that at the end of the day, if somebody's provided the training, there's always an author of that training. There's always somebody that has created that training, and then they sell it on. I think it should be governed. It should be audited. And there should also be, student feedback, even to the point where if you own a company and you're sending some engineers out for training, and I'm providing that training, you need to know that you're getting value for money.
Oh yeah, let me tell you something. There are a lot of people who are not giving these trainings to the engineers. They are giving these trainings, Lean Six Sigma, to any person from any background. So I think that this is basically all about statistics, about Lean Six Sigma. This terminology belongs to statistics. So what I believe, there should at least engineering background for this, this Lean Six Sigma certification. But a lot of people from any background, they are doing these certifications. What do you will say about this thing?
I think it's a mindset. I think it's a complete mindset. I think though. So to look at Lean Six Sigma and continuous improvement, you've got to have a process-driven mindset.
Exactly.
Because you've got to have a process-driven mindset. You've got to have a go, look, see. You've got to think about your plan, do, check, act, and you've got to. Otherwise, you're going to fail. But you've got to follow those processes. So you've got to be able to identify those 8 wastes. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, getting you. So tell me, so are you going to train over students in the few episodes with you? Just tell something about the Lean Six Sigma in near future, but I will be definitely have a Zoom meeting with you.
Okay, so when I train Lean Six Sigma, I ask the students to give me the answers.
About what?
So I like to say to them, right, okay then, so what are the 7 wastes?
Oh.
So they'll tell me that.
They are going to be the 8 wastes, down.
Yeah, so then they'll tell me the 7 wastes.
Yeah.
And then I'll say, what is the 8th waste?
8th waste.
Yeah, what is the 8th waste?
Well,
and then they'll
you tell what's the 8th waste? Transportation and time and there are 7.
The 8th waste is skills.
Oh yeah.
Because you have to give people the skills, which is those tools to do the job. And if people are struggling, is it fair to look at them? Or should you be looking in the mirror? What kind of, I don't believe in management. I believe in leadership.
Great. We are all seeing towards a leadership.
Yes, and you've got to lead. I believe you should lead by example. So I would never ask somebody to undertake a task that I cannot do myself and I'm not willing to do myself.
But Stephen, what I believe that leadership is by birth trait. Can we develop the leadership capabilities in a person? I believe that it's by birth trait in a person.
I think you can. I think it's all about, and we see this all the time in the military. So the military will take new recruits in.
Okay.
And develop them and mature them into soldiers. And that's what they do. into military personnel, and they do that through training.
Oh yeah,
You know, a lot of that.
Training, we can develop the professionals. We have to train them, and
Yes,
we can develop that skill as well.
that's right, and we have to support them. It's not as we can't just give them the qualification and then throw them in the deep end. We still have to mentor them. We still have to support them, and there are times, where they are just going to waver a little bit, and we just have to be there to help them stay on track.
There is, Mr. Steven, there is another issue that quality people, they are not very well paid all over the world, what I believe. And the operational managers, they are getting much more than the quality personals. Do you believe on this thing?
I have to agree. So here's something for our audience to think about. So when a company is under pressure and they're not making any, they're not having as many sales as they were getting because there's non-conformances and things like that. So as a business and as a customer, they always look towards the quality department.
For sure.
And the quality department, people, I always say to people, it's best to understand how that process is, how that value stream map works. And the value stream map is the defects that are being sent to you they're not being created by the quality department. They're being created by the operation, by the manufacturing teams.
That's very true. That's right.
Those are the guys where we need to start, asking them to find the root cause.
Okay.
But a company will always say, right, so what doesn't give us any money? What doesn't produce any money within our business? And then automatically, mistakenly look at the quality department.
Okay.
Where companies need to reduce their spend is where they bleed money, is where they waste money.
So
a lot of the time,
please.
A lot of the time they waste money through defects, through rework, through overtime. The human manufacture of overtime.
I was studying about there is a company, Bradford, and the owner of that company gave them 2 times more wages so that they can be more productive. So here, you just listen about the Meta and as well as Twitter. They are laying off their employees. So what's happening right now? What they're doing? What do you believe on that?
I think that somebody has come along and said you've got to reduce your spend. So the first thing they've looked at is the wage bill.
Okay.
Now, for me, and I'll say this, if a business is struggling,
okay,
and they start making redundancies, they're going to struggle to come back from that.
Oh, yeah.
The way to do it, and I can demonstrate this. The way to do it is to grow your headcount.
Oh, that's great. That's
great. By growing your headcount, you will then be more effective, more cost effective in producing right first time products.
You can say that grow people, your business will grow.
Yes, absolutely. Where people always, where people think if we do this, we'll be all right. But we've never done that. Why can't you do that? Because that's not how that is done. Actually, if you keep doing this, there'll never be a that.
All right. So just tell me, we have a very shortage of time, Mr. Steven. Tell me the importance of trainings in the industrial culture, as you are also a trainer and I'm also a trainer. So tell me the trainings and the industrial culture, how important the trainings are to develop an industry.
Their training is absolutely critical. And I think the standardization of training is absolutely critical as well, where you can have 2 groups of people and they're both
I think there is some problem on Steven Wardell's internet. I think he got disconnected. So, Mr. Steven, it was really pleasure talking to you. I think there is some problem on Mr. Steven's side. So, it was really pleasure talking to you. And Mr. Steven, we will catch you later on for some another exciting interview with you. So we will definitely share your complete guidance to the over Pakistani viewers and listeners. Thank you so very much for giving us your precious time. We will see you in the next episode. Thank you so very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Allah Hafiz.